The company Mobvoi sent us their newest smartwatch for us to review, the TicWatch S2. This video is a review on the watch, focusing on the swimming functions, and later on we will do another video comparing other smart swimming wearables. Our first impression, looking at the watch, is that it looks very solid with smooth texture and it's a little big, but that might be because we do have small wrists. However, once you turn it on, you forget all about it looking big because the screen is just the right size. I like how the screen is a circle because it gives it more of a traditional watch look. I'll tell you something that happened, but don't tell my brother. I was taking it off while I walked on the pool deck and I accidentally dropped it. That's when I realized why they made the frame stick out of the screen. It protects the watch very well. If I would have dropped an Apple Watch, for example, I think it would have been a different story. As soon as we got it, we wanted to turn it on and see what cool features it had. It came with a good amount of battery charged, so we turned it on right away and started playing with it. The setup just took a few minutes, and after that, the instructions were very clear on the smartwatch itself. I would go over all of the features, but this is a swimming channel, and I think you can find all about other features on another channel. I'll leave a link to some reviews on the description, but I think it's best if we focus now more on the swimming features. The watch is 5 ATM water resistant, which means it can go down to 130 feet or 40 meters underwater. That's a lot. The touchscreen is still functional as long as there isn't a lot of splashing to the screen, but I didn't have any problems with it. The screen locks itself when it's underwater. It has three main swimming features that I think are important in a smartwatch: heart rate monitor, swim tracking, and a watch. Sometimes swimming pools don't have a stopwatch or anything that you can tell the time whatsoever. So if you're doing intervals, short rest periods, or you just simply want to know how long you've been swimming, the watch or the stopwatch function is very useful. But of course, you can have that with any watch. So let's move on to the next feature, the heart rate monitor. I used an app on the watch called Cardiogram. I compared the reading with my manual heart rate reading, and they were about the same for the warm-up, but not so accurate when I elevated my intensity of my training. I have to mention that we haven't found a watch that doesn't have this problem. And that's because measuring the heart rate around a lot of water can be very difficult. The main feature we want to talk about, however, is the tracking. I have swam with it a few times to track my swimming workouts. The setup is really easy and quick. After you input the length of the pool, you can start swimming, and then you don't have to worry about it because it records the data by itself. The first feature I found helpful is the total distance swam. That is because sometimes I lose count on how much I have swam. Another feature of the swimming app that would be very useful if I was a distance swimmer is that it keeps track of your average 100 pace. This would be very useful if I wanted to swim at a faster and faster pace to prepare for a triathlon or an open water swim. One thing that I have found is missing with a lot of smartwatches is that it doesn't detect your kicking laps. Understandably, this is very difficult for a watch since the hand is not moving while you kick. But that is a big part of my training that is not tracking at all. So I just keep it in mind and add it to the total distance afterwards. Once you finish the workout, you manually stop the app and the watch gives you a short summary of your swim. It tells you the total distance of each swimming stroke, the total time swimming, an approximation of calories burned, average pace per 100, etc. If you go to the app on your phone, it gives you a little more detailed analysis of your workout, including time of each 25, number of strokes you took for each 25, and your SOLF values. This can be very useful if you are just learning how to swim. Consider the SOLF rating. It is a measurement that adds the time of each lap, plus the amount of strokes you took in that distance, which means that a high SOLF value is bad because it means you're not being as efficient. It means you're taking a lot of strokes in a slow time. So, especially if you're a beginner, if you want to measure your improvement, you can easily compare your solved values and find out. Keep in mind that even the detailed analysis on the phone doesn't tell you, for example, that you swam 3/100ths backstroke on a 120 pace. So, you're left with the data of each 25 without knowing what stroke it was and if it was the last lap of a 200. But that is a software issue, so perhaps some update or app may have it in the same watch in the future. The first time I put it on to swim, I was aware that I had the watch because I'm not used to having anything, but I quickly got used to it. Overall, I've found the swimming features of the TicWatch S2 to be very helpful for a beginner or a distance swimmer, but lacking if you want a super detailed analysis of your swim. If you're a competitive swimmer that has a coach and a swim team, this watch shouldn't be a priority for you or any smartwatch for that matter. However, if you don't have a coach, you're a triathlete, you just swim to stay in shape, or you do other sports as well, then I do recommend getting the watch because it gives you an idea of your swimming workouts, on top of all the other cool features you can use outside the pool, and at an affordable price compared to other smartwatches for sure. This watch is $179.99 US, and it comes in 2 colors. I'll leave links in the description if you want to buy one. Like I said, they sent us the watch so we could give an honest review. We do make a small fee if you buy them through the Amazon link, but this was not a paid advertisement. Also, we will do a comparison of several other swim wearables in the future. So if you want to wait for that video, you are more than welcome. Thanks for watching. Swim fast.